Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining me tonight, Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, with our Hall of Famer David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. DA, take it away.
Well, Ben Simmons was the top-rated player in high school and in college, but a fractured bone in his foot cost him his first NBA season. He said, "A lot of people forgot about me. You have to build yourself up again. And for me, I wanted to prove myself again." Kevin, we all agree he's done just that.
He sure has. First NBA All-Star ever out of Australia. Thanks, David. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Simmons.
And in the last 5 games, he's made a bunch of hustle plays on the glass more than anywhere else. His rebounding totals in these games shows a dramatic increase from his numbers during the rest of the season.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Avery Bradley is out there with Green, and it's McGee in at the 5. And for the 76ers, in the backcourt, Simmons and Richardson. Scott is out there with Tobias Harris, and it's Horford in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Right around midseason here, Chris, more players-only meetings being held. Give us a little insight into what those are like.
Well, there's some really good ones, Kevin, and there's some bad ones. There's ones that goes, hey, guys, just wanted to bring us all here and say, man, listen, we can do a little bit better. We need to focus. I'll start with myself. I can be better on the boards. You need to be better guards over here. Those kind of meetings are good. Then there's the ones that say, listen, guys, we're going into playoffs. I need everyone to put the phones down. No more going out. Sacrifice. Tell your in-laws, tell your spouse, tell your family, listen, for the next month we're honed in, where we can't come back. And then there's the ones that you don't like, the ones that finger pointing, saying, hey, guys, I called this meeting because I'm tired of all of you. None of you are putting up. And then another guy says, wait, I'm not doing my job. You're not doing your job. And other guys come in and you kind of get how it goes. So a lot of different ways you can have meetings. But hopefully as a coach, you have great leadership. So at the end of the day, even if you have hurt feelings, guys come out better for it.
And it's blocked by Simmons. We've played just over a minute here in the first. At the elbow, Horford. And Scott now, top of the key. 5 on the clock. And it's JaVale McGee with the foul. That's his first foul.
A foul right off the bat. You hate to pick up your first one so quick.
Richardson gets a wide-open look. From outside, off the mark.
Oh, that's just a lucky break for the D. Yeah, keep giving him that shot. Bad things will happen.
And it's Davis missing.
Some very aggressive defense to prevent the easy lay-in.
Harris finds Richardson. Simmons trying to get open.
Did you see the no-look pass by Harris right there? I mean, he's a wing that knows how to move the ball.
Harris against LeBron. Outside, Green. Pass to Davis. No good there. And it's Philadelphia the other way. And this is the first season matchup for them against the Lakers team.
And last season, they made short work of this club. 2 games, 2 wins.
Yeah, Greg, it makes sense. I mean, when you look at where they both finished, there's a reason one team was in the playoffs and the other one was on vacation.
Simmons against Bradley. Simmons passes to Horford. McGee with the block.
Oh, this is McGee's role. He's out here to defend and to stifle shooters whenever he can.
If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Clock at 2. Richardson. Richardson missing again. For Los Angeles, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. And that one drops for him.
Oh, nice look by Bradley, moving it to the open man.
Simmons with it. He had 19 points in the win against Boston.
And his scoring's going to get most of the attention, but his rebounding also stood out. He did a lot of glass cleaning in that game.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, you look at the career of Tobias Harris, and boy, he's bounced around a bit. Has never slowed his development or production, though. You put him anywhere, and he'll find a way to help his team.
First free throw is good. And with Harris, he's been moved so many times. You know what, Greg? You forget he's still quite young.
Yeah, I mean, he really is just starting to enter what should be the prime of his career. Has improved every offseason and is a great rebounder and scorer.
And Harris drops them both.
Yeah, he was the 19th pick in the 2011 NBA draft. I mean, Harris entered the league after a quality year as a Tennessee Volunteer.
Now, here's Bradley. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game to the inside. And it's denied. Harris looking it over. Kicks to Richardson. Pass to Simmons. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Bradley with some nice D. And the wide open shot from Green. Sinks the triple.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here's Richardson. We saw him with 29 points last game. The drive by Simmons.
And this summer, a 5-year, $170 million max contract extension for Ben Simmons. The Sixers didn't want to give him any cause to look elsewhere. A great talent, but the hope with that kind of money is that he'll develop that jump shot.
The first one falls.
And when he gets ahead of steam, you almost feel sorry for defenders. Ben Simmons, a combination of size, speed, and ball handling that can, at times, be unstoppable.
Cook, he's checked in for the Lakers. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
I mean, you got to love the skill set Simmons possesses. A nightly triple-double threat. He stuffs the stat sheet.
And there's the pass to LeBron. To the middle. Here's Davis. And finished off by Davis.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. And with his passing and driving ability, Greg, Simmons is like combining a power running back in football with a pinpoint passing quarterback. Not much he can't do.
Kevin, a football metaphor is appropriate. Simmons grew up playing Australian rules football, and the physicality and quick thinking of that sport really reflected in his style of play.
And here is Los Angeles now after Ben Simmons' miss. Just 5 to shoot. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. The offensive rebound. Philadelphia's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Hit the hook shot. Here's Richardson. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Great D that time from Green. Here's LeBron. Boy, was he something else against Dallas. Outside, Green. A three-pointer off the mark. Well, it was the Los Angeles Lakers winning their last game against the Mavericks. It's stolen by Green. Loads it up for Davis, and it's Davis finishing it off.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. Richardson outside. He dishes it to Simmons. Out to Harris. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
And he knows it, too. He tried to get away with it. Sometimes you do. That time he didn't.
Dwight Howard. He's checked in for JaVale McGee. James dishes to Davis. Back to James. Coming up as an only child in difficult circumstances, LeBron James said he had to grow up early and take charge of his life at a young age.
Yeah, that's what made him such a solid person and a great basketball player. And ever since, he sought control of his own destiny, Kevin. He empowered trusted friends along the way. He's paved a new path for players taking ownership of their careers.
And the first one at the line is good. And the GOAT conversation. LeBron has said his motivation is to surpass Michael Jordan as the greatest of all time. Greg, what do you think he needs to do to bolster his case?
I think for the naysayers, the obvious answer is more rings. You look at the other numbers, including those 8 consecutive finals appearances, LeBron is in the discussion.
Both good from the line that time.
And last season, the Sixers unveiling a Dr. J statue on their Legends Walk outside the team training facility.
Oh, yeah, his second.
They're looking extremely sharp right now, poised in the top spot and playing very well.
And I think for the Lakers, they have caught the entire league off guard. This was not a position anyone thought they'd be in at this stage of the season.
Well, yeah, Greg, I mean, they had a plan coming into the year. I mean, they stuck to it, and it's worked to perfection.
Simmons inside. He's against Green. Yep, that one goes.
And you see how comfortable Simmons is. I mean, he has the size and touch to be effective down there.
Outside, Davis. James outside. That shot off. Some solid defense from Harris. Here's Richardson. Misses off the left iron.
He's disappeared this quarter. He can't get anything to drop. That's not going to help him get out of the hole.
To the left wing. And here is Howard. He had 10 points in the win against Dallas. Left side, Davis. Ooh, the double clutch. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
And the trade for Anthony Davis, a risk for the Lakers, but they feel, Greg, that both sides will find an extension this offseason.
There is mutual interest from both sides. Lakers made the trade confident Davis would resign. A bit of a leap of faith, but the Lakers did everything they could to secure Davis long term.
And that one falls for Anthony Davis.
And with LeBron James managing to extend his prime, the pressure is on this Lakers organization to make the most of it.
Yeah, you're right, Jay. I mean, it's the kind of pressure you want, though. I mean, getting those superstar players is the hard part. Finding that supporting cast, that's the hard work part.
Here's Kuzma. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. And the Lakers lead by 8.
He's one of the top guys when it comes to those catch-and-shoot jumpers. Kuzma, he loves getting those shots off in a split second.
Pass to Harris. Over Davis. And that one goes long.
And the fadeaway was the only option he had on that one. Defender there all over him.
Kuzma inside. A 26-point game for him in the win against Dallas.
And we have to mention his rebounding. It wasn't all about the offense. He battled his tail off down low. Here's
O'Quinn. Following the basket by Kyle Kuzma. Here's Burke. No good, unable to end this run.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and gotten the perfect position to alter the shot.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now here is Harris. He's coming off a 16-point game against Boston. There's one of the most versatile scorers in the game, Tobias Harris. He had some great teachers, too, including Hall of Famer George the Iceman Gervin.
Yeah, well, check this out, Kevin. His father was Gervin's agent late in his career. I mean, from age 10, Tobias got to train at Gervin's facility every summer. And they still work out to this day. That's a real one. Harris learned it from a great how to get buckets.
That's good from Harris. And coming into this season, questions about whether the Sixers could retain their star players. Well, Greg, they shuffled the decks, but they still have great talent.
Swapping in Al Horford for Jimmy Butler, Josh Richardson for J.J. Redick. The Sixers still in the mix to come out of the East.
Alex Caruso, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Rondo comes in for Quinn Cook. We often talk about problems between the players and fans. I'm sure there are some things that fans do, Chris, that players do appreciate.
Oh, yeah, Kev. And you know what we really appreciate? The good trash-talking fans.
Oh, really?
The clean trash-talking fans. Oh, Webber, you suck. You can't shoot. So what? You just dunked on the whole team. Like, don't stop in the first quarter, good fans. You know, keep going when I'm giving it to you all game long. So you love that. You love the crowds, too, that don't need to be hyped up by a PA guy. You love the ones that are just so sincere. When they see that kissing camera come on, they go crazy, or they're just cheering for both teams in great play, though they want their teams to win. And you love, again, the creative heckler, the one that had to think about it the day before, like the ones that comes in with the sign and it's a picture of you crying or look like you're crying with words under, like, hey, you didn't get asked to prom today, or the face on Chris after he missed the shot. You love that because it is a great relationship. Don't be fooled, and you know this, Kevin. It's a great relationship between players and the fans, and we need those fans to heckle us, because when you heckle the best players, you usually get their best game.
And that one falls for Burke.
A championship standard in L.A. with the Lakers. The expectations will always be high.
Oh, yeah, Jay, you've been there with me. I mean, we both looked up in the Raptors and seen those 16 championship banners up there. I mean, with LeBron James in the fold, the expectation is to get to 17, 18, 19.
Offensive rebound.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Harris outside. Now Burke. He's got 5. Back to Harris. No good there off the double clutch.
Not the most productive quarter he'll ever have, but his shot selection's been a little bit dubious.
A nice shot by Howard.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Burke looking over the floor. 76ers moving the ball around. From past the arc. Rebounded by Howard.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And Kuzma slams it in.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, Greg, they've come out of the gate strong at both ends of the floor. Just in total control so far.
Now here is Harris. With an average of around 19.5 points a game, his scoring has been a constant for them. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession.
All right, a chance to check out the numbers for Rajon Rondo. How his last 10 games have gone. Averaging 5 points per game, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds.
Nothing about his numbers really jump out at you, but he'll come up with a timely play or two every game.
Yeah, and sometimes that's all they need, especially in tight games. 1 or 2 plays can make all the difference.
Now here's Burke. He has 5, and it's sent back by Howard.
No trespassing. Howard controlling the defense.
On its way from Caldwell Pope for 2, and another basket for the Lakers.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Burke kicks to Harris. Back to Burke. Down low, O'Quinn finds Harris. That one doesn't drop. Kuzma with the defensive effort.
Well, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots out there.
Caruso, the pass to Howard. Shoots over Burke. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Now here is Harris. Looking to end the run, and the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him.
And when Kuzma is motivated on defense, it helps big time. He needs to be more consistent on this end.
So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. Lakers lead by 16. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. Al Horford provided some insight on why he decided to sign with Philadelphia.
What put me over the edge to make this switch is just the depth that I saw with this team. It's an up-and-coming young team that we have a chance to be good for many, many years, and it was something I wanted to be a part of.
Playing for a historic franchise, Greg, they've got, of course, the great fan support, great history, something Horford relishes.
A great choice. A team with depth and youth, they have a chance to be good for a long time.
And so far, through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And, guys, the Lakers enjoying a nice lead here.
They came in on a mission, razor-sharp offense in that first period.
Yeah, and now they got to find a way to keep it going, keep growing that lead.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Taking a look at the 76ers. They've got Korkmaz, Kyle O'Quinn out there with Tobias Harris. Then it's Ennis, and it's Burke in at the point guard position.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Well, Greg, their poise has been tremendous. I mean, excellent at both ends, has them increasing this lead.
And the shot goes in. 7 points for Tobias Harris.
Oh, such an efficient scorer. You know, if you give Harris these opportunities, he'll punish you from there.
Back to Rondo. Kuzma, right side. Inside. And that's out of bounds. The Lakers will retain possession.
Lakers ball.
And we got a chance now to check out multiple seasons of assist numbers and what has been the trend for Rondo.
And the trend that he's going through with his assist numbers dropping over the past few years isn't a good one. I don't want to say he's become a more selfish player because that's too harsh, but he's become a little too concerned about finding his own shot rather than creating for his teammates. He may want to rethink that.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Hey, Chris, this year Pioneer Chuck Cooper inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame. Long overdue, wouldn't you say?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, he was the first African-American player ever to be drafted. I mean, let's just think about that. Jackie Robinson of basketball. He paved the way, and what he endured, and his teammates, by the way, of all colors, is well documented. And I think the Celtics need to, and I think they will retire his number 11 and have it hang up in that famed Raptors of theirs over there.
I agree. And a big summer for the Lakers, trading for Anthony Davis. For a time, Greg, it even looked like they had a great shot at landing Kawhi Leonard.
He ends up choosing the Clippers, which gives rise to a compelling rivalry. The nexus of NBA basketball has shifted to the city of Angels. Whichever team you root for, LA fans with a lot to celebrate.
And Caldwell Pope is a guy you cannot leave open at any time. Just a very good shooter from any spot on the floor.
Richardson the pass to Simmons. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Richardson, good.
Yeah, you can learn a lot by watching him operate in their offense.
And Caruso's got the ball here for the Los Angeles Lakers. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
The bench did exactly what they needed to do. Without their production, who knows if they win that game?
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
And Greg, when you evaluate Avery Bradley, the offense isn't what it once was, but the defense is certainly still there.
Yeah, Bradley has struggled with the scoring in recent years, but defense, that does not go cold. Still a menace to ball handlers, and his reach and length can suffocate perimeter players.
That free throw good from Bradley.
The defensive specialist, Bradley, now a veteran. He's proven to be a guy who can contribute well as a starter or a bench reserve.
Los Angeles making a switch here. James is checked in. And so Bradley nails both of them.
Yeah, and I love the fans in Philly. They're notoriously prickly, though. They expect hard-nosed effort. If not, they'll let you hear about it.
Now here's Simmons. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, Josh Richardson has made himself into one of the top defensive wings in the league. Richardson says there's a certain competitiveness that comes with being a good defender. The defensive end takes will, and I have a lot of it. Kevin J. Rich is self-described as super competitive, and that edge is what drives it.
It sure is. That's what it takes. Thank you, David. Chris, you're talking about the Philly fans. They were even booing their team in that conference semifinal round against Toronto.
Yeah, they got nervous with the season on the line. You can't take it personal. In Philly, they love you just as much as they boo you.
Richardson, no luck.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And the foul called on Korkmaz. That's his first foul. Anthony Davis is checked in for the Lakers. Green comes in for Alex Caruso. Here is Davis. They lead by 20. That's the most we've seen. LeBron outside. Clock at 6. Puts it up from 12. Good on the jump shot. James has got 6 points.
As good as LeBron is at moving the ball, he's not going to pass up the jump shot if it's there for him.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Simmons passes to Scott. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off. Korkmaz, no good. Lakers leading by 22. On the wing, James. Passes to McGee. Back to James. Here's the three. It's the three-point bomb. James has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And James never ceases to amaze me. Unlimited range, what a gamer.
Green against Richardson. And the foul on Avery Bradley. And that'll be his third foul so far.
He was hoping to avoid a third foul before the break. Now, he might have to sit out until halftime.
Simmons against Bradley. Richardson outside. 5 to shoot. Drops it in from 14 feet away. 6 points for him.
And pro move there. Finds a way to gain some separation against the much taller defender.
Yeah, showing that short area skill allows him to create some space.
Now here's James. 9 points in the game so far. Misses the layup. Here's Korkmaz, guarded by McGee. McGee with the block. Simmons against Davis. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And the slam dunk by McGee.
Well, you see why McGee's teammates lob it up his way? Because they know he can go up and get it.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Richardson with it. Picked up by Davis. Richardson kicks to Korkmaz. Simmons with it from deep. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And here's what the schedule looks like for the Los Angeles Lakers. On Saturday, they'll be facing Steven Adams and the Oklahoma City Thunder. And then on Monday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And for their matchup with the Magic, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
Quinn Cook's checked in for the Lakers. Outside, Green. Right wing. And here's LeBron outside. Here's McGee. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Richardson.
Yeah, McGee, he's made an awful lot of stops along the way in his NBA career, but he's been a productive player on just about every team he's played for.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And, of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
And he knocks down the first one. A lot of player ejections in the playoffs last year. In fact, the highest in 3 decades. Seems like tensions, Chris, with the officials are still escalating.
Well, yeah, the relationship between the players and the referees, it's always an ongoing process, and it's definitely getting better. But last year we had the highest number of new referees in the history of the NBA. And so you're going to have growing pains when you have younger guys and understanding the culture of the league. But I like the way that we're going, and some of those rejections were warranted. Some of them weren't. I just look at that year as, that just happened. Let's see what happens. I'm not going to hold players and referees accountable to last season. I think we need a little bit more context before we make a decision on player ejections and flagrants and things like that. Just a little more research.
Here's Simmons following the basket by Anthony Davis. Horford dishes to Richardson. Right at the free throw line. Another miss by Philadelphia.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Excellent court awareness. James has always had terrific instincts as a playmaker.
And it's the 76ers with the ball. Following the basket by Anthony Davis. Richardson against James. Tipped away. It's stolen by Green. Here's Cook. Good, and the assist goes to James. James has got 3 assists now in this one.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Starting to take over here, building a big lead that could ultimately prove insurmountable.
And that one's good, Simmons.
I mean, you have to admire how Horford does an outstanding job of finding guys wide open for shots.
James looking around. Green against Richardson. Shot clock at 5. Green fires from way outside, and the Lakers get it back. Count it, good. Davis has got 6 points in the quarter.
Just so resourceful as a player. Davis gets the job done inside in all sorts of ways, and that's one of them right there, crashing the offensive glass, getting that second chance bucket.
Now here's Simmons. 6 points for him. Here's Richardson. floats one, and Davis sends it back.
He's got that huge wingspan, and boy, does he use it well on the defensive end. If Davis is within shouting distance of the shooter, there's a good chance he'll get a hand on it.
Here's Richardson, following the basket by Anthony Davis. And here is Simmons. Now Horford. Korkmaz passes to Richardson. Over Green. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. And it's 8 points for Josh Richardson. And it's Cook with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. James in the post. It's good for his 4th bucket of the night. He's shooting 4 of 8.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Richardson kicks to Simmons. Knocked away. And oh, here we go with Green. Nobody back. Finished off the break. Green's got 5.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
Yeah, because it's so hard to prevent transition scores. Whenever you get an opportunity to get out and run, you take it.
Now, here's Richardson. He's got 8. Simmons finds Scott. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Scott's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here is Cook. Here's the floater. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Here's Richardson. McGee with the block.
And we haven't seen them get to the line as much here in the second quarter. They might be settling a tad too much offensively. And guys, at this point in his career, Anthony Davis just entering his prime. Crazy to think when you look at what he's already accomplished thus far.
Free throw good, James. And we were talking about Anthony Davis. How do you even put into words, Greg, what he's able to do on the basketball floor?
I mean, he's entering the conversation among the best big men of all time. On a nightly basis, dominating in so many facets of the game. Really, it's remarkable.
He makes 1 of 2 that time.
Oh, you love how effortless James makes this game look. Everything comes easy to him.
Now, here's Burke. He's covered by Rondo. That's a good shot, and now he's 3 for 7.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
James outside. They get it back. Howard. And it's Howard finishing it off.
And you need an army to keep Howard away from the basket. He's so superb at snatching up offensive rebounds.
Burke kicks to Harris. Back to Burke. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
That's his first personal foul.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line.
At the line for your 76ers, Trey Burke. At the line for 2.
The first free throw is good.
And with Embiid and Ben Simmons both at their best in the paint, maybe not the ideal fit if you're the Sixers and you had to trade one of them.
Which is it?
Oh, man, that's so tough. They're both great players, GA, but Embiid, his health remains a question mark, and Simmons, imagine if you have a team of shooters built around him like Giannis in Milwaukee. That's a tough question. Well, Kev, for all his scoring talent, Kyle Kuzma, he wants to be more. I mean, he's working around out his game. He's growing as a defender, rebounder, and a playmaker.
The Lakers have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them.
And 74% has been the mark for them on the season thus far.
That free throw good from Caldwell Pope. And he makes both free throws. And so it's Burke who brings up the ball for the Philadelphia 76ers. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
Yeah, I mean, we saw them do a little bit of everything in that game. Showed a lot of versatility.
Yeah, the offense looked cohesive last night. Whatever challenge the opposition presented, they answered with confidence.
And here is Los Angeles now. The 76ers getting the bucket. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds.
He's got to be disappointed with his performance, but it'll be easier to swallow if they keep the lead.
Pass to Harris. Kuzma with the defensive effort.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. The Lakers shooting percentage, 59%. The offense is running smoothly. Checking out the group for Frank Vogel to start the second half. Green and LeBron at the 2 and the 3. Anthony Davis is out there with JaVale McGee. And it's Bradley in at point. And what was that about? Not a good shot right there. Harris against LeBron. Now here's Simmons. Back to Harris. Over Davis. Harris's shot is off. So it's the Lakers now. Bradley deciding where to go with it. Scott against LeBron. Unable to get that one. Good work defensively by Horford. And that one's good. James.
I mean, that's just a powerful build of James. Obviously helps him on the glass. Creating that second chance opportunity, incredible.
Simmons inside. Guarded by Bradley. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on JaVale McGee. The 76ers have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight.
Simmons at the line for 2.
First one falls for him. He doesn't get the second one. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. The pass to James. Here's Davis, guarded by Simmons. Takes a shot at the elbow. That shot is off. Now the 76ers take it the other way.
Might take them a little while to find their stride here in the second half. Only 1 for 4 so far. They just need to calm down, play their game.
Now here is Harris. 7 points in the game. Horford trying to free himself up. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Here's Bradley. They grab their own miss. Count the basket. Green's got 7.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Now here's Simmons. Harris outside. Pass to Richardson. From deep three-point range, the 76ers with another miss.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
LeBron outside. Shoots over Scott. Nice shot by James. 16 points for him.
I mean, since he's wide open, he's got time to add a little style with the fadeaway.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
On the wing, Harris. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. McGee's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
I don't know what they drew up at halftime, but it ain't working. 0 for 4 to start the half.
James finds McGee. Passes it to Davis. Fires from 14. Bradley can't get it to go.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
This isn't like him, and he knows it. The best thing they can do is try to get him more easy looks.
Now here's Bradley. After Ben Simmons' miss, the shot's good from McGee.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Pass to Richardson. On the wing, Harris. Can they get it? Dishes it to Scott. Simmons inside the line. Another miss by Philadelphia.
Oh, the setup's good. That's the shot they're looking for, but you can't get them all to go.
Green kicks to James. Now the pass to McGee. To the inside. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Oh, and Bradley possesses ridiculous athleticism. He really gets up and jams it in when the opportunity is right.
Richardson outside. Simmons against Bradley. Harris with it. He has 7. Here's Richardson. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. McGee's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Davis has the open look, and again it's the Lakers.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Oh, yeah, and that's what you love about him. He shows no mercy, even with a comfortable lead.
Now here's Richardson. He's got 8. There's another block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. Green, the pass to Bradley. James against Harris. Back to Bradley. Outside, Green. The Lakers rebound. McGee's shot is off.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and got in the perfect position to alter the shot.
Now here's Simmons. Richardson outside. On the wing, Harris. James covering.
And another miss. Oof, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. And finished off by LeBron.
And you think of all the different images in your mind over the years of James attacking the rim.
Simmons against Bradley. Simmons dishes to Scott. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Davis. Harris against LeBron, and it's McGee with the jam.
Well, that's just too easy for McGee. I mean, the minute he establishes position in this area, the defense is done.
Horford the pass to Harris. Richardson outside. Outside, Scott, just 5 on the clock. Now the feed to Simmons. The shot from the low post is good. Simmons got 9 points.
Oh, the physicality of Simmons on display, showing some fight and fearlessness with plays like this.
James against Harris. Pass to Davis. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And it's McGee with the jam. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 10 rebounds.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
You're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, tampering is a touchy subject, but it's a word we're hearing more often. Teams want to retain their star players, but they know that there's always talk during a season. Now, teams can only express interest in a player when he hits free agency, but players can talk amongst each other freely all season. Star players like LeBron James are tied into their front offices. And some people wonder if there's much of a difference between what the player says and what his team is thinking. Kevin?
Good point, David. Thank you.
What focus from the young guard. I like how Simmons stayed locked in on scoring despite the contact.
L.A. has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Cook, the pass to Kuzma. Back to Cook. Puts up a 3. Trains it from beyond the arc. 5 points in the game.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass? And positionless basketball, all the rage, and Kyle Kuzma really fits that mold. Is he a 3? Is he a 4? I don't know, but he gets buckets. That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Oh, yeah, bang, bang. An impressive sequence that has them fired up.
And very light-footed is Kuzma. Moves well for his size.
You know, kind of a tweener in terms of build, but he has the ability to light up that scoreboard, something every team can use.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Kyle O'Quinn comes in for Tobias Harris, and Trey Burke subbed in for Simmons.
And many people are high on Kuzma, an all-around player with a promising future given his impressive skill set.
Burke, the pass to Horford. And here is Burke. He's got 10. Back to Horford. It's good. The assist that time from Burke.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Caldwell Pope outside. Kuzma left side. That one goes. Count it. Kuzma's got 5 points in the quarter.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
Here's Thibault. No points in the game yet for him. Here's Burke, and it's sent back by Howard. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Cook's got the ball. Caldwell Pope kicks to Howard. In the corner, Cook with it. Trying to get open is Kuzma. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
They've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that.
Now here is Horford. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Here's Burke. Rebounded by Howard. Howard's got 6 rebounds here tonight. High arcing shot. It's hauled in by Thibault.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
Rajon Rondo's checked in for the Lakers.
Rajon Rondo.
We've got 1:08 left in the third quarter. 6 to shoot. Thibault, the pass to Horford. Fader on the way. Rebounded by Howard. Howard's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Caruso. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Now Caldwell Pope over to the left wing. Teardrop shot, and Rondo with the basket on the assist by Caldwell Pope.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Now here's Burke. 10 points for him. Here's Thibault. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And here is Los Angeles now. Now here's Rondo. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Kuzma. And misses it off the right side of the rim. It could go. Oh, he nails it just in time.
One eye on the rim, one on the clock. What a play.
He's showing he has the ability to hit huge shots. That's got to fire him up.
And so it's Los Angeles, holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. They've got Korkmaz, Kyle O'Quinn out there with Trey Burke, and it's Bolden in at the power forward. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Now here's Burke. He kicks it to O'Quinn. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Bolden passes to Thibault. Misses the 3. And Caruso's got the ball here for Los Angeles. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Here's Thibault. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on Caldwell Pope. And Chris, whether it's KD or Kyrie, we've seen stars grow irritated with constant questions about their free agent destination.
I would just suggest to them to go back in time. Nothing's new under the sun. Watch guys like Shaq, myself, other guys that were free agents. It's a time to talk about it, and it's a time not to. And you can even speak about your impending free agency without insulting the fans where you're playing and without guessing of maybe where you will go next year. I just think that, guys just need to be a little more sensitive with it. Fans really want to know, and if the media is going to ask you the question, you got to figure a way how to handle that out delicately.
Well said. And he makes the first. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Rondo with the ball. Pass to Dudley. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter.
Sixers foul. Diamond. That's his first personal foul.
And here is Howard. Here's Rondo. And it's O'Quinn with the rebound. Philadelphia shooting just 29% in this game. They are not a pretty sight out there offensively. Pass to Thibault. Back to Burke. The pass to Korkmaz. It's good. The assist that time from Burke. Korkmaz has got his first 3 points of the game.
No, he just caught the defense napping. He shoots a very high percentage from three-point range when there's no hand in his face.
Rondo passes to Caldwell Pope. The 10-footer. And he connects with the jumper.
And there's no real answer for Caldwell Pope in pick-and-roll sets. He can beat you with the shot outside or his quickness inside.
Here's Thibault. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. Thibault, the pass to Korkmaz. Here's O'Quinn. 5 on the clock. And there's the call on Howard. That'll be his second foul of the game. We see the shift toward players on competing teams becoming friends. How does that compare to when you played, Chris?
It's a little bit different. The players that I admired the most, I wouldn't be friendly with on purpose. We were in the same position. A guy like KG, one of my favorite players ever. We're close now. But during when we played, it was either me or him.
Really?
It was both of us. I didn't want to hang around with him when I'm trying to beat him in the summer. But, you got guys like the Banana Boat crew and LeBron and Wade. They're good friends anyway. Melo and Bron came in 1 and 2, and they had that relationship. So I think relationships are always great. Really, it's just about can you turn the friendship off when you cross the line? I know that Banana Boat crew can, and I know others can as well. And that's all you want. As much as you're friends off the court, I want you to dislike each other on the court through your friendship, just like a big brother, little brother type of thing. So I don't think it's a problem.
Rondo finds Caldwell Pope. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
That's a jump ball.
Philadelphia with the ball. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Pass to Korkmaz. Now the dish to O'Quinn. Shot clock at 6. Shot on the wing. The 76ers with another miss.
That's high-quality defense right there. Reading the situation, reacting, and making that a very tough jump shot.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Hilton the pass to Korkmaz. Now here's Burke. He's covered by Rondo. Here's the teardrop, and that one's good. Burke's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Oh, even from that range, the floater is one of the toughest shots in the game.
Passes it to Caldwell Pope. He feeds it to Howard.
Never easy trying to mark Howard. I mean, he's terrific at forcing the issue and getting the foul call.
And even though Chris Dwight Howard won't be logging the 35-plus minutes he once did, he is still a factor when he's on the floor.
Oh, yeah, Kevin, you better pay attention to Dwight. He can still hurt you with any touch he gets around the basket. I like seeing him in short bursts where you can force the opposing team to adjust to him inside.
He misses the free throw. Chris, regarding the overstated pre-draft concerns about Luka Doncic, even as the game goes international, it seemed like many GMs are scared to go all in on European players.
And rightfully so. It's a new area, and if they're not immersed into the culture, it may be a little more trepidation on that end. But I would just say, just look at the really the great stories, whether you're talking about the Vlade Divas or the Sabos that came into the game, and even you can go to Marshall Lonis, Dirk Nowitzki. Yeah, come on, Porzingis. We got a lot of great players from overseas that have shown us that they can make the way. But the mistake would be is thinking just because someone lives close to them, they would have the game of a Dirk Nowitzki, and that's not true. So you need to do your due diligence, but I think European players have already proved the type of heart and skill set and mindset that they come to this game with, which is at the top.
Here's Milton after the basket by Los Angeles. From deep, they get the rebound. It's good on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
And it's Rondo with the ball for Los Angeles. Pass to Howard. And with the likely return of prep to pro prospects, Chris, some have argued for a high school combine to help determine who's ready to make the leap and who isn't.
I'm not really there with the high school combine. I still think that, you still have a level of college or a level of professionalism that can happen after. And I don't believe until you're ready to be evaluated for the pros immediately, should you have that combine. Your bodies are still growing. I talked to Jaren Jackson just yesterday, and he told me that he grew 2 inches over last summer. So I think it's a little unfair to judge these guys that early when their bodies and mentality still has a lot of development left.
Philadelphia with the ball after the basket by the Lakers. Here's Neto, and it's sent back by Howard. They get it back.
Lakers foul call. That's his first personal foul. Shooting for Philadelphia, Kyle O'Quinn. Taking 2 shots.
And that one falls for O'Quinn. And Los Angeles with some changes. JaVale McGee comes in for Dwight Howard. And Cook subbed in for Rajon Rondo. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Two-time NBA champion Michael Thompson says the arm muscles, Chris, on today's players don't measure up with what they used to be. Is that even important?
You know what? He's right, but I don't know how important that is unless, you just want to bring the gun show to the games and pull out the arms and the curls and say, check out these muscles. But now I think, it's a lot different. And make no mistake, even though that is a true comment, players of today are much more athletic than his day and my day. And I think that's because of technology. They understand core strength. They understand dieting. They understand rest. And so many, they're privy to so much information that we didn't have. But no more curls. It doesn't seem like there are any more Karl Malone 24-inch pythons, brother, out there in any of these games.
Here's Neto. There's the pass to O'Quinn. Pass to Neto. Here's Bolden. Another miss by Philadelphia. Los Angeles has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Cook dishes to Bradley. Kicks it to McGee. Now Daniels. Passes it to Cook. Takes the 3. That one, no good. Philadelphia's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Korkmaz, no good.
And he's got to do a better job making the D pay for their mistakes.
And it's Bradley off the drive, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Chris, there is that transition from being a player to retirement. It can be a challenge for some. What were the keys that you found in succeeding at that?
At the line.
Well, first I think is adjusting to the fact you don't have the same schedule. You don't have a physical release that you used to have. You miss the locker room and the camaraderie with all the guys, and so you miss the culture. But secondly, I would say take all the lessons that you learned, and for me this was big, from sports and use them in business. So in business, I became a rookie in other areas. I found a Chris Mullin type in business. I found a Latrell Sprewell type, guys that would mentor you, guys that you would play on their team. Humble yourself, get back to it, get to practice, get to meetings early, stay at practice late, stay at meetings, and be the last one that leaves. And just take the culture of basketball, infuse that athletic personality into the personality of whatever you go into next, and you can use those tenets to have a wonderful retirement and really enjoy it. So for me, it's been awesome. And by the way, I've had twins, and so since retiring, and that'll keep you just as busy as it was you were playing. So you can find ways to keep that same lifestyle.
That's right, and some sound advice, too. With some arc, McGee with the block. Now, here's Bradley. Pass to McGee. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
He's made the most of the halftime break. He shook off the problems he had in the first half, and he started to settle in.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Neto, and O'Quinn kicks to Ennis. From deep three-point range, the Lakers with the rebound. Here is Cook. Outside Bradley. One negotiating concession the league wants from the Players Union. Prospect attendance, Chris, at the draft combine and team-wide access to player physicals.
Well, this is a tough one because I don't think that a team that is not interested in you should have your physical. And we all know that information is shared, and so it should be genuine in the teams that are truly interested. And so I understand agents holding back on that. Medical information is something very serious that just because you have an opportunity to be drafted, your information shouldn't be spread all across the world just because you're at a combine. It'll be interesting to see how it plays out, but basically you just want a level playing field for everyone. And if you have that, it'll be better for everyone.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
Now here's Ennis. And the pass to Bolden. Fades and shoots. It's good. The assist that time from Ennis. Bolden's got 4 points in the quarter. LA's gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Pass to McGee. Outside Bradley.
The ability to draw contact and get to the line is a great tool for any player to have, but it's really a bonus for perimeter players like Bradley.
Avery Bradley. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Avery Bradley. And along with the association, we've seen the growth of the G League, the WNBA, the 2K League. Chris, which of those have you followed the most?
Well, first let me say I should have been drafted by the 2K League because I'm really nice. Matter of fact, anybody listening to the sound of my voice, I will beat you in the game that I'm talking on right now. But secondly,
I know you will.
I love the WNBA, from Lisa Leslie to Cheryl Swoops to my girl Candace Parker. Are you kidding me? The skill set of these ladies, oh, they have game. And I can't say I follow one the most because even the G League and their all-star game I follow. Right now it's a great time for hoops, and all 3 of these leagues I'm in on.
Caldwell Pope outside. From deep. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. We've got 1:28 left to play in the final quarter.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Lakers.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so checking out their record tonight, that'll mark win number 32 overall.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Davis.
He was the one dictating the pace tonight, playing up-tempo or slowing it down, but always scoring.
Rajon Rondo's checked in for Avery Bradley. Both shots good from the stripe. And with a younger generation of fans cutting the cord, Adam Silver has talked about ways, Chris, to make the games, the NBA games, more accessible.
Yeah, and as a guy, Kevin, that played on the West Coast, I know many people aren't happy with this idea, but I say move the games up an hour. Move it to 6 o'clock so that I could watch LeBron on the West Coast when I'm living on the East Coast and be to bed by a normal time where kids can stay up. But how about the streaming? I mean, you can watch it on your phone. It's so many better and different ways now. I mean, before, if you were traveling, you could never watch a game because you had to be by a TV set stuck into a wall. Now, that's your phone, your pads, and everything else. So I love the game. It's becoming more global because of the expansion and how we've gotten players out there in front of fans. And now, with the access that fans have through some type of mobile device, I just love it. I love it.
Here's Rondo. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. Daniels with it. Back to Rondo. Daniels passes to Rondo. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Well, this is what guys play for, and when it pans out like this, it's a great feeling.
Passes to Milton. To the paint. Hits. Count that one from Ennis.
Good anticipation on the feed. He knows exactly where to go with that ball.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight